God, for showing me how you intended for my life to be. Thank you, God, for guiding me into a world where I can be just me. I love the mountains, the trees, and the streams. I love the desert and wildlife it brings. The freedom of my life allows me to roam. Wherever I go, it becomes my new home. Hello, everyone. Wow,
Hello.
bunch of people are here. Well,
Yep.
let's do some greeting. I appreciate it, everybody, for coming. Hello, Clay Ginnard and Quiet Listener were here first. So I want to make sure I say hello to them. And JJ came in, and she said she can't stay because she has to get up early in the morning at 3 o'clock. So I totally understand that. I appreciate anybody that comes, especially late at night. A lot of people are on the East Coast. So let's say hello to some people, Tanya. Oh, man. So
Hey, everybody.
yeah, I know. LJ Miller, enjoy hearing of your adventures. Then Blue Lane is here. Hey, that's probably Bill. Pamela Smith. Hello, Pamela.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Ashley.
Let's see. Who else? Carlene Griffith. She says, hello, everyone. Beautiful rain in southwest New Mexico. We have had rainstorms for the last couple weeks here in Quartzsite, and I have had all my trees on the back are almost empty of branches because I came back from our little trip, Tanya, I
Yeah.
had another 2 more trees that big branches have come off. I didn't get a video clip of that yet.
Well, when
Hopefully
we were in that big rainstorm, maybe they were having one at the same time.
yeah, apparently it was. And Bree is here, hello. And Mary Jones, I'm glad you're here. Let's see, and Bernay is here. Prairie does. Guys,
Please give this a thumbs up, everybody. Give it a thumbs up.
I'm gonna play a little thing for my moderators. I want to show you who my moderators are, and I really do appreciate them. Moderators and co-hosts on my channel. Here we go. Thank you so much for your help on my live streams and channel. Thank you. So not all those moderators are here all the time, and some are just co-hosts that have come up on my channel. But I want you to know I do appreciate you, and I thank you for being here and for moderating for me. It's a big job for me, especially. Some people are not so hard, but for me, it's a big job. So I want to say hi to Applause, Tim from Mobake for You Bucks, Luis Calta-Giron, one of my members. Actually, there's a lot of members here. LG, Mushkiparamus. How cool.
Thank
From
you, Van Vita, for the raid.
Oh, yes. Thank you,
Van
Paula.
Vita, Paula
Appreciate
from
that.
Van Vita Travels.
Okay. So redeem 7777. I love the number 7. My lucky number. So there's a lot of people in the chat. Tonight I thought I would like to talk about, and we can go back and say hello to people. And Tanya, if you want to kind of put them across the screen if they say something that I need to see.
Okay.
So let's see, because we right now have 70 people in the chat. I can't greet everybody. I know my moderators are greeting people as they come in, and I thank you so much. That's really important to me. So I wanted to talk about getting old. It's a tough subject because I'm not happy about it at all.
I don't think we are very happy when we age.
No,
But
and
you're aging, yeah, but you're aging very gracefully, Dee. You're aging very gracefully. You
not
think you're
today.
not,
I'm
but
not.
you are. You
Not
think you're
today.
not,
I'm
but
not.
you are.
I'm feeling a little down about it, really. You know, the last year's caused me to make a lot of changes in my world. And I'm a nomad, and I like to be on the road. I like to be out and about in nature. And I have not been able to do that very much in the last year, unfortunately, because I needed the air conditioner, especially in the summer. And plus, traveling has gotten very hard for me. And I know a lot of people that come to my channel are up in the years. So not everybody, but we have a lot of older people in our channel, in our community,
Yeah.
really. And
A lot of
I mean,
retired people.
yeah, the average age of the people that come to my channel are in the 60s at least. Uh, there's a few youngers, but average pretty well up
Am
there.
I a younger or am I with the
Yeah, you are younger, but you keep me on my
I
toes,
don't,
Danny.
but I do not feel I feel just as old as ever you.
Well, because when we have health problems, it makes
Yeah,
us
yeah.
feel even older. And Tanya's has a lot of health problems. So, and I can't, I was feeling sorry for myself, but when I think about people that are so much worse off than me, I realize I have nothing to complain about. So I was starting to count all my ailments, which is stupid. But, but my stuff is really pretty mild these days. I mean, there was a time when I had a lot of health problems, and I've overcome so much. And I'm so grateful for that. But at the same time, I'm kind of stuck. I'm stuck in my home base. I took 3 trips in the last few months. So the first trip I took was up to the Grand Canyon. The drive itself was very hard for me, and I did take the box truck up there. So I had everything I needed, but because of the way she did things at the inner permaculture village, it made it very difficult for me for the physical stuff. I have to do a lot of walking and carrying things quite a
And you
distance.
had
And
altitude sickness, right?
yes, and I got very sick, and that was the worst altitude sickness I ever had. So if anybody has not watched that video on my channel, it's titled AMS, which is basically altitude sickness. So if you want to know what that is, go ahead and check that out at some point, and I appreciate your watching it. So, um,
Maybe one of
yeah,
the moderators can find it and drop that link. That would be great.
okay, yeah, that would be nice. Um, so then the next trip I took recently was down to where you are, Tanya, in Lake Isabel.
Like Isabella. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was nice. I loved it there. However, I went in my car, and I had a clam, like a clam. It's not really a clam, but a gazebo type. And the problems for that was the windstorms there on the beach. The wind was so strong it blew my clam down and tore the tabs that nail into the
Oh,
ground.
Yeah.
So it made me be out in the heat and the wind. I'd had no shelter outside. So I can't stay in my car for a whole day just to stay out of the weather. And plus, I would have to run the air conditioner all day in the car. So that didn't work out too well. I stayed there, 5 days? And that
Yeah, I
was a
think
rough one.
so.
Yeah. Then Tanya and I just took a trip up north to
I just got back right now, like a few hours ago, and Dee
right
got
on. I
back
got
yesterday.
Yeah. So I
But we
think it was called silly. I can't pronounce it.
Seligman.
Yeah. Seligman. It's on the Interstate 40 going towards Flagstaff, going east towards Flagstaff from here. It's less than 200 miles, but the
And we didn't want to
elevation
go up any higher due to the altitude either.
no. And there really was nothing lower that it's still cooler.
Yeah,
So
we were
we
trying
hit,
to get out of the heat.
yeah.
We were trying to get
So
out of the heat and acclimate to the altitude slowly.
right, but that didn't happen because where we went was 5,200 feet.
Yeah. But
So
we
it was
couldn't stay
hard,
lower. We couldn't stay lower because of the heat. So
right?
it was too high of an elevation still for D. I wasn't even
Right.
feeling that great.
No. By the time we left, which we stayed 3.5 days, it wasn't too bad. We started to adapt.
But we had
But
a great,
I
great free campsite. The site was great.
it was. It was called starts with an A.
Anvil Road.
Anvil Road on
Yeah.
I-40, about 14 miles east of Ash Fork, I think. Or maybe it's west of Ash Fork. Anyhow, so it was a really nice camping area. They were doing a lot of construction there, but
Well,
we had
the off ramp, but where we were was nobody. We were by ourselves. It was BLM. It wasn't a campground. It was BLM land, and we were like in the middle of the trees, and there was nobody.
it
It
was
was great.
beautiful. The
Yeah.
trees were gorgeous, but we did have rain the whole time we were there off and on. And one night we had a really heavy monsoon storm. So
We were stuck inside of the monsoon storm, and poor Dee was back like she had moved. You tell the story because it was
I
funny.
I was the first night or so I stayed in the car, but the neuropathy in my feet was bad. And I couldn't really stretch out and move my legs around very much. So in the car it was not very comfortable. And I was up all night the first night. So the last night we were there, I moved into my little tent. I had bought a little 7x9 tent, and I moved into that. It was much better for sleeping. However, it got very damp in there because the rains didn't come through. It wasn't dripping in there, but it caused moisture. Everything was wet pretty much
and,
inside.
and of course there's no room in my van because I have a small little bed that in the back
Right.
that Derek
Yeah.
and I barely fit in. It's hilarious.
And I had no intentions of sleeping with Tanya.
Exactly. We weren't about to snuggle up in that tiny bed.
Not with the dogs.
I know, and the dogs. That would have been hilarious.
Anyhow, but we did have a good time. I had a few problems, like my cook stove quit working. I couldn't get it to light, and then actually I had the wrong hose. That's why it didn't work. But on the butane, it wouldn't work either. I have a dual fuel, so I had to check that. I did have one of those. I don't know what it's called. It's wire, and you put it down in your cup of water and plug it into a cigarette lighter. You can heat water. So I was able to make my morning coffee with that. Anyhow,
and she could have used my stove, but she didn't.
Yeah. So let's see if anybody in the chat has any questions while we're doing. I'm gonna scroll all the way to the top and go through it real fast and to see if there's anything I missed. Probably still miss, but let's see.
And if anybody doesn't know me, I'm Tanya from Van Life Voyages.
Yes. And if my moderators would please put her link in the chat, I appreciate that. Let's see. Paula's Blue Angel, right?
I just realized I never introduced myself at the beginning. I'm sorry.
Hello, Sonia from Ohio. And Michelle Leonardo is here. Let's see. Any questions?
Hey, everybody.
I'm not very fast at this, people, but some people are. Wow, no way. We have 100
over 100 people in the house.
No wonder I can't catch up. So let's see. I guess
Thanks,
I have
Johnny.
to go down that way. Ron Darrell's here, and Peggy Baker. Let's see who I miss. Naj. Hello, Naj. Let's see. If you put a QQQ in the chat before your question, then I will be able to see it easier. So LG says that's interesting. You boil the water with something that plug. Yeah, I can't remember what they call it, but it's actually called a water heater or something for a car. Let's see.
Take that down.
Then Blue Lane, I did say hello to Patty Irwin. D Parker's here. Dream on Wheels is here. Hey, hey, hey. Let's see. So, Linda Faye.
Here's one for me. Yes, okay. Derek was unsupervised for like a week. Again, every month I go off somewhere and he's unsupervised.
Which is good for him and good for her. So I have Linda Fahey Neves says, wow, Dee, it's been a while, but you look good. I'm happy for your, God bless you always. Thank you, Linda. Would you be interested in, this is Musky Potamus. Musky Potamus. Like a hippopotamus. Okay. Would you be interested in getting together with some other older nomads and sharing a home or apartment? I tell you what, I'm pretty set in my ways, and it would be very hard for me to live with other people on a regular basis.
But her and I get along great.
But one thing is nice about having your own rig. You can still be together with people, but you don't have to be on top of each other. And everybody has their own ideas about everything, thoughts, how to do things. I had people living with me when I was younger. 2 women in one kitchen never worked, ever. So I don't think so. I don't want to live in an apartment. I'm going to be looking for a trailer, maybe a twin. So as like I was talking about, as I get older, I know I have to have a home base. This truck is very small. I'm sitting on about a 4x4 square in here 24/7 when I'm inside. And there's no room to move it around at all. I mean, when I try to play my guitar, I'm all cramped. The walls here, you know. So I really need more space.
She does have a really nice patio. So
I do have a lovely patio.
She has a lovely patio, but it's so hot right now.
Right. So when I can go outside, it's wonderful. But when you're stuck inside, you need more space. So I'll be honest with you. I never thought I would say that, but I am going to be looking for a cheap trailer, at least 20 feet, so I can actually have some room to move around. It was going to have to be really cheap. I'm looking in the paper around here, but I haven't seen anything in the price range I can afford. So I probably can't spend more than $3,000 to $4,000 for a trailer, a decent trailer. And so that's what I'm looking for. But it has to be sound. It has to be roof leak free and good plumbing and good electrical. Because here at the RV park we have water hookup, we have electricity, and we do have a bathroom and showers and stuff like that. But I would love to have something like that in my own space. So let's see. Let's see if there are any questions.
My husband Rick loves you, Dee. He's so glad to catch you tonight. It's great.
Who said that? Anyhow,
Redeemed
Pamela.
777.
Oh, thank you. Pamela says you can't be a sissy when you're getting old. You're right, but sometimes we can get a little whiny or wimpy. I try never to feel sorry for myself, but every now and then I do. Because
But what I try to say is, you guys, when she was talking about the home base and there's nothing wrong with being a part-timer. I don't want anybody to think, oh, you have to go full-time. If you can afford it, if you have a way to have a home base like Dee and I do, we both have home bases,
Right.
then it's the best of both worlds, because if you're not feeling well, there's someplace to go.
Right.
And, more space, and then you can go back out. But a lot of people don't have that luxury. But if you can, and you're older, and you, like me, I have all different health issues and disability related issues. So I have to have a home base. There's no way I would be full-time, not at all. And I know this. So I don't think there's a problem with being a part-time nomad or part-timer.
I don't think there's a problem, except for me, I can't travel much. So that's the problem with it. It's not so much having a home base. I like to have a home base. I wanted a home base, but I don't want to be here all the time. I need to get out more, and I can't really travel alone anymore because my biggest fear is breaking down on the road, and I never have enough money if I had a major breakdown to fix it. And finding a mechanic that you can trust on the road is scary. So everybody thinks, okay, do you have all kinds of friends? I have thousands of friends. But my friends are not there when I need them because they're usually in another state or 500 or 600 miles away.
Yeah.
And they're not all mechanics either, you know? And so it's scary for me to break down. I have very few fears, but that is one of mine because I don't want to be stranded on the road with nobody there to help me.
But you do have AAA, right?
I do have a AAA, and I believe it would work. They said it would tow on my box truck, but I also know that according to a lot of people, they say if you're off grid and you're in a difficult place to find, they may not come out to help you.
Yeah,
on the
that's
road
true.
it's not so bad, but so I do have good AAA, and I mean I do have a little bit of money, but not a lot. I'm thinking a major repair on my box truck would be no less than $1,000 or $2,000. Anything major. So that's what I am a little bit fearful of that.
But we need to get you out more in your area when it's cooler. I know the heat is really a problem for both of us.
Pretty much anywhere within 200 to 300 miles, I'm okay if I had a caravan partner. So I don't want to go completely alone, but I will be. I can go pretty much anywhere for a couple 100 miles as long as I have somebody with me.
But I mean, like for just an outing for the day, just to go do something, get out of the trip, get out of the box truck, go outside, get some air. It's hard in the heat.
Oh, yeah. And once the weather's better, I can get in my car and do any kind of a day trip,
Yeah.
So that'll be good. So let's see if we have any. Thank you. Thank you for the road at Dan Vito. See. Thank you, Teresa. TLB.
Well,
Diane Phoenix.
Dee and I are very alike. We have a really good rapport, like camping together and everything.
Yeah.
So I know she's like hates to be stuck inside just as I do. That's a huge issue. So I get where she's coming from when she says that, because it's like I feel like I'm climbing the walls if I can't get out.
I get
And
stir crazy.
yeah, stir crazy. That's what it is. It's
Yeah.
stir crazy.
I want to say thank you. I have 2 new moderators because I have a ton of moderators, but only a few usually are really here most of the time. So I have new moderators. Thank you, Diane Phoenix and Fairy Does Bernay. So I
Oh,
appreciate
Elaine
this.
Johnson, thank you.
Are just
You're
a
telling
chick.
Dee how cute she looks. She looks great.
I want to make sure my moderators, please put your links in the chat. We have 113
She is a
people in
chick.
this chat. So make sure, if you don't know one of my moderators or even anybody in the chat that does content, make sure you go check somebody's channel out when you leave here today and just watch a video and make a comment. Say you came over from Dee's channel or whatever. Don't have to do that, but go check them out. If you like their channel, subscribe and watch more of their videos. So please, moderators, please put your links in the chat. Okay. Have I had any scary experiences during your van life? Will the cheap trailer be one spot in not mobile? Yes. Okay. The answer is I have not had any seriously scary things happen to me. I've been blessed. I mean, I have my God up in heaven that watches over me like nobody's business. Everybody, I mean, I have had serious problems. I have had vehicle breakdowns and things like that, but I never had to really be afraid. Um, as will the trailer be in one spot? Yes, it's
Home
gonna
base.
stay right here in the RV park where I'm parked, and then I will probably sell the box truck and then get a smaller van because it's gotten very difficult with my issues. Okay, my seat is not adjustable in the box truck at all, and it's very hard on me because I have deteriorating discs in my neck and my lower back. I have um the bad arm here, and my eyes are not good. So it's very hard for me to drive the box truck. So if I had a smaller vehicle, but I could still stay in it for a week at a time, I would be very happy. Johnny Journey says less than part-time, not happy about it either.
Yep.
uh,
I've been trying to be half timer. I'm still trying to be a half timer.
well, I was my
God,
problem is I went from completely full-time off-grid only to this.
yeah,
So
you
that's
didn't
where it's
get
been
that
hard.
taper, that taper
No
down.
gradual. Yeah,
No
nothing
gradual.
gradual. No. So let's see. I'm gonna have to go through this a lot faster because I never catch up. Let's see.
I'm way behind looking
Mary,
at your questions too, so don't worry. Oh, look, A to Z
Mary,
Dan's here.
hi,
Hi,
Dan.
Dan.
And thank
Yeah,
you,
we got to
Dan,
see
for
Dan
helping
yesterday.
us.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Appreciate your help. We stopped in Havasu on the way back, and Tanya brought up her foldaway. Is that what it's called?
Swing away hitch.
Yeah, to give to me. And so I couldn't get the old lock off my car in order to switch it. So Dan helped us do that and put the new one on the car. So
yeah, so now Dee has a trailer, like a hitch for her car as well as for her bike and everything.
Right. So, and not everybody even knows, but I did buy another e-bike a while back. It's been about, I don't know, 3 or 4, maybe 5 months. I've only been on it maybe 5 or 6 times because I can't breathe when I go out the door when try to ride it. I just can't ride it in the heat. But eventually, I'm going to do a video of my e-bike. Dan came and helped me put it together. Dan has been such a good friend to me. He's
Dan is
always been there for me.
close by
Always.
too, and it's nice having
Yeah,
him near
right.
for you.
Yes.
Okay,
And
Hannah asked, see on the screen, Hannah
uh,
asked,
how do
thanks,
you get
Gracie.
better? Okay, that's well, so far I've had him for about a year and a half. I really haven't had to have back care. One time he got sick, I finally was able to schedule an appointment, emergency appointment in Yuma. But by the time I was needing to go the next day, he was well. So I haven't had to deal with that. So there are not very many veterinarians around here. I heard there is one in Blythe, which is about 20 miles from here. But otherwise, I would have to go to Yuma or Havasu. So, but I would just have to take him to emergency clinic. That's all I could do. Um, Peggy Baker says, I have to go to bed. Okay, get some rest, Peggy. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you being here. And Kenny's here, and I guess Kenny had his gallbladder surgery. I've seen him on YouTube quite a bit, so apparently he's feeling pretty good.
Good.
Yeah, your home base, my daughter. That will be
Nice.
perfect, Diane. Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah. If you have family and if you have property somewhere, you can always put something on there to stay.
Did touring with Donna.
Yeah.
I have to keep a home base. I'm 60 years old, and being part time is the best I'll ever be able to do. Me too. And I'm only 50,
Yeah.
just turned 50.
And LG says, always trying to figure out how to do things when your body doesn't do
Yes.
what it used to do. That is killing me. You guys know I love to work with wood. I love to build things and create things. And I love to play the guitar and ukulele. It's harder and harder every day. Um, but I do believe that if you don't use it, you lose it. So I believe you have to keep trying, no matter whether you can do it good or do it right. You have to keep trying because your muscles will atrophy. And I dealt with that once in my life. I had got so bad when when I first had the fibromyalgia. After about 5 years, it got so bad. I I let it get to me and stopped doing things. And I ended up in a wheelchair because my body literally atrophied. I couldn't do it. So it took me about a year to get out of the wheelchair completely. And so I do know that if you don't use every muscle, you have to keep using them no matter how much it hurts. When I first got out of the wheelchair, it hurt like crazy, crazy, crazy. My legs would go out from under me all the time. I would have to hold on to things. But the more I went through it, the easier it got. If you take, all I can say is keep your body moving, no matter
And
how old you
especially with fibromyalgia that both of us have, you have to keep moving. You will be in way
get.
worse shape and way more pain if you sit. You have, I mean,
Exactly.
for too long. You really
That
have
is
to
the
keep
only
moving.
medicine to really have for fibromyalgia. Something for pain, I suppose. But really, the only way you're going to get better with fibro is exercise. Let's see. I know I
Johnny's
missed
going to
them
buy
all.
some land and make a homestead, just like we have the 2 lots now. What we're doing here,
Hope so.
basically.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Buckeye Kid is here. Hello.
Johnny,
I'm glad.
just so because you don't know, we got the lot. We have the house next door as well. The lot next door to us. So now we've got
Pamela,
like multiple places for people.
Pamela says, my daughter moved to Wyoming and she experienced altitude sickness just living in the little town. She said, yeah, because But you can get over that. You have to maybe go to
That's
lower
right.
elevation a little bit first for a few days, adjust a little
Oh,
bit
thanks, Bill.
gradually. The
That's
problem is
awesome.
we didn't have that opportunity where we're at. Um, and then Suzanne says, 6-year-old nomad and loving life. I lost my son a year ago, had a stroke for Christmas, ran away to travel in January. Fantastic, Susan. Never quit. Never quit. Keep going.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's what Derek says. That's what he always says. Never quit.
absolutely. And Thin Blue Lane, I'm not sure if that's Bill or Nancy, but one of them
Yeah,
had
Kathleen.
altitude
Cat.
sickness in Colorado. So Kathleen says, I like I have a home base, but still get out and about. Yes,
Yeah,
very
exactly.
important. You see. Uh, quiet listeners back in here. She, like I said, she was the second one. She or he was the second one in here. I don't know if you're a she or a he, quiet listener, but thank you for being here. Appreciate that. Um,
I'm trying to. I think I'm behind too. I'm looking to see if there's any questions.
well, we have so many people and so many comments. There's no way we keep up. Some days we don't
If
go
anybody
outside.
has a question specific, put QQQ in the front so I can see it easier.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm like,
Oh, Tanya, you're such a blessing to me, always helping me.
thank you.
Listen, I really. Please, people, check out Van Life Voyages on YouTube, and you'll love them. They're all about being outdoors. They're a disabled couple, and they're really cool. They're funny. Derek is a kick. He sounds sometimes a little off the wall, a little crazy, but he's fun, and he loves to laugh and make people laugh. And he's, anyhow, check out their
Thank
channel.
you, Dee.
See, Lane Johnson, hello, I'm glad you're here, hon. So, Suzanne Carr asked, did you stay hydrated? Stay
Oh, we were
hydrated?
pushing the fluids, huh?
Oh, yeah. That's really all I drink. I drank 2 Pepsi the whole time I was gone. The rest of it was water. So I drank plenty of water, and I ate good because Tanya likes to cook.
Yeah.
Even though I had no stove.
Although when it was pouring down rain, I felt bad. I did try to run over some food, but we couldn't really cook out there.
Well, you brought over tacos that night.
I know, but I had a lot more planned than tacos.
It was great. Lizzie. So Suzanne Slade says, I'm fairly new on Dee's chat. Hello to all the amazing supporters that keep this wonderful lady going.
Oh, sorry,
Nothing like
I accidentally clicked something.
That's okay.
I messed it up. I messed it up.
Right. That's okay. The one thing we both can do, it helps, you know?
Yeah, I know, but I didn't mean to click off of yours.
So if I didn't say hello to Johnny's Journey, she's also done a lot to help me out. And I have a big project, Johnny. Not big, but I don't know if I can hold off till you get here. I'm going to show you what I got real fast. And I'm going to have to figure out somehow to install this. I can't figure it out. I don't understand all the hookups, but
thanks, Elaine.
This company sent me this to review. It's a 3-camera system. So it's, I have to hook it up somehow. Anyhow, it's all came with 3 different cameras, all this hookups and everything. It's called a dual channel Wi-Fi dash cam. Has camera that faces forward, camera that faces towards you, and a third camera that can face out behind you. So I don't know how we're going to hook that up. If anybody
chat.
Oh, did thank you.
You got a super chat here from Hannah Eskelson.
Okay, I see. Thank you. Love your songs, Dee. Thank
Yeah.
you, Hannah. That was very sweet of you. Thank you, hon. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. If anybody in the chat is close by and you know something about hooking up like backup cameras, give me an email. My email address is down there, and I'll be happy to have somebody help me. I will pay somebody that if I need to do that job.
Oh, okay. Quiet listener is Victoria May, just FYI, because I didn't know either.
Oh, oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know that either. So.
Apparently she changed her name or has a second channel by that. Hello,
It's
Victoria.
probably her undercover. Like I have an undercover channel, you know. Undercover.
I don't have that. I do have a second channel, however, I hardly ever go there anymore because I can't keep up with this one, let alone another one. I started to do it. I thought I could, but you know, like there's another thing when you get older, you can't handle as much, even emotionally or mentally. I have trouble remembering my own name. And
No,
I
you
already
don't.
messed up. I already messed up the Instagram, Tanya. I can't do a reel in it again. So I don't know
Oh,
what
yeah,
I
you
did.
can. Watch a
No, I went.
tutorial. You'll get it.
I know. Okay. Well, because it's on the phone. That's it. I can still post videos or post, but I can't do the reel. Wouldn't let me. Anyhow, Sassy Nomad is here. And let's see.
Oh, side hustle. Sam wants to know how old you are.
I'm 70. I turned 70 in June. 70 years old. I guess it's not too old because I know a lot of people here are older than me. Shouldn't say a lot, but a few people are older than me.
And look, and Gracie said, "Don't ask a lady her age."
That's the way I always tell everybody. Anyhow, I don't care.
I
I'm
know. I knew
almost
you. I knew
yeah
you didn't care, so that's why I put it. I was like, she doesn't care. Who knows?
yeah. So let's see. I'm getting down there in the chat where I don't see any
Oh,
more posts.
Victoria May says she lost her other channel. She's starting over.
What the heck?
How'd you lose it? What do you mean you lost it? What
Wow. Tell
happened?
us what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, we want to know what happened.
She's one person you couldn't say she ever has anything on her channel that shouldn't. So how long okay.
Elaine said she forgets her phone number.
So then Blue Lane asks how long did it take to get over the altitude sickness? The first time when I went up to the Grand Canyon, it took me almost a week before I felt really 100%. When I got here, I got home, what, yesterday or day before I confused what day it was. Anyhow, I'm already better. I'm completely over it. So yeah, all the symptoms are gone. Let's see. How, okay, I already
Here's
answered
a
that.
question.
I purchased some Harmony House dehydrated foods from watching your video. The spinach flakes are awesome to add to scrambled eggs.
That's
I tell
exactly
you
what I
what,
do.
this food is amazing. I'm making a chicken soup. I haven't eaten yet, but I'm making a chicken soup with all the different dehydrated vegetables I want to put in it. And I bought a chicken thighs today, and I boiled them with seasoning. And then I'm going to add that to the soup mix. And I might add some rice or pasta or something to it. But those vegetables taste so good. I really think they taste an awful lot like fresh once you're hydrated. It's really good.
Because they're
Yeah.
freeze dried. It's a different process, so they taste like regular food that you make. It's like amazing.
They are
Because I have a bunch
expensive.
in my van too.
They are expensive. I'm not
Yeah.
sponsored by this company, people, but
No, so
let me
this
tell
is
you something. These are, I'm going to try to hold it close enough to the camera if you can actually see it. So this is Harmony House dehydrated green beans. Okay, what I got is these are 8 ounces. Some of them are more ounces, but it's 1 quart size. I got 16 of these, but it was $199. But it'll last forever, and not forever. Once you open it, it lasts a year or so. But I put the moisture packets in each one of them. Can't see it, but anyhow, moisture packages so it won't get, bad. And I mean, it takes a few minutes is all really to hydrate it. If you're using hot water, it'll hydrate even faster. So, yeah, I love it. I love those. I think they taste really good.
I have a lot of freeze dried foods in my van. I cook
Yeah.
when I cook, you can't tell that I am missing anything from home because
Well,
I just
yeah,
I have a lot of
freeze-dried
seasonings. I have a lot of that stuff in there.
freeze-dried are little different than dehydrated, but
Oh, okay.
freeze,
Yeah, mine are freeze dried.
freeze-dried actually hydrate faster than dehydrated. But freeze-dried is actually a better process, but still, I love these. So let's see. Dorothy Lynch from Nova Scotia, Canada. Hello. Glad you're here. Let's see. Okay. I'm way back in the chat.
I'm scanning for questions, but so far.
Okay.
Oh, this is a good comment right here. I do wonder about physical disability and being a nomad. I have heart failure and my son has cerebral palsy.
Okay, so see, there's a situation where you would definitely probably need a home base unless you had somebody else that could help you. Because with all those health issues, one thing I will tell you, people, if you're going to go on the road, do not assume that everybody's going to help you. You have to be able to handle everything yourself, except maybe an emergency. One thing Tanya we're talking about is that don't get used to having somebody do something for you all the time. If you're not willing or physically capable of doing things for yourself, people on the road don't want to be responsible for somebody else all the time. And anybody will help you a little bit.
And even married couples, each person should be able to handle the rig.
Right.
Because somebody could have a heart attack, somebody could be sick. Right. You need to be able to handle everything.
And be prepared for anything that could happen. So I don't want to discourage anybody from getting out there. Even with those health problems, even with cerebral problems, I don't know what the other disability is.
And
but physical, you can still get out a little bit, at least. So do what you can.
And, Chelsea, my husband is in a wheelchair. He's quadriplegic, and we get out there. He is not physically able to do it without me. So we just know, like your son would need you. We just know that when he goes, either one of his sons has to go with him, or I have to go with him. And it's not a problem. I mean, we want to go together, but it's just that he knows that he wouldn't be able to reach everything he needs and do everything he needs, but in the van alone for camping. But his sons go, my son, me. I mean, there's lots of people, friends.
Right. Diane, I hope you get one. Hope you find the truck and trailer. One thing I do know, when I was pulling the trailer, it was a lot harder to find camping spots. And sometimes it's hard to get into places. You can't go through a drive-through. You have to go inside everywhere. So a lot of those things. Let's see. I'm checking. I'm getting there. Oh, Buckeye Kitty Cat, tell Chunky hello. Thank you. Let's see. I didn't get to see you this year. I don't know what happened. Anyhow,
You can still do it. You can still
right.
do it, Chelsea.
Put
You
that
can
back
still
up.
do
I'm
it.
sorry.
If we can make it in the wheelchair, you can do it to some degree. Maybe not full
Yes.
time.
Yeah. Well, unless, like I said, depends how bad your disabilities are.
Yeah.
Really, I have disabilities, but I've been doing myself completely by myself for almost 6 years, and I have had multiple issues, but I have to be willing to go through a lot of pain and struggle and tiredness and weakness and some things I just can't do. When I get to that point, I rarely ask for help for anything, but when I really need help, I am willing to ask. I have learned to ask. So let's see. My house will be my home base. Okay, let's see.
I see a question here from Daryl.
Every morning, left, right, where can you go? Without a home base, where do we go? Without a home base, then your rig is your home base. That's it.
You park
If
where
you
you
have,
can find a place,
yeah,
basically.
if you have friends or family, or find off-grid camping.
Or apply for senior housing. There's that too. But a lot
Yeah,
of waiting lists for that if you have to
right.
get off the road.
Yeah, in California, it's a 5-year waiting list. I'm sure
Yeah,
it's just as bad anywhere else.
it's awful here. So, and I live in California. So,
Did you read that?
yeah, I got that.
Okay. Wanted to make sure you saw
Thanks,
that.
Bill. Well, yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. D. Look for an older Coleman trailer. New ones go for 16,000 base price. Older ones should be affordable. Hmm. Well, yeah, I can't look for anything specific. I'm gonna have to look for whatever comes along that I can afford. So, but yeah, that's great. Um, Getting a light change in some rigs is pricey. Exactly, Kathleen. That's true. Let's see. I travel with a 30-year-old son who was born with Down syndrome and has other disabilities. He's 24-hour care. If there's a will, there's a way. Don't give up on the dream. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Diane says, once she's mobile, we can travel together anytime. Good. Thank you, Diane. I hope so. I hope we can. Hope we get that opportunity. Deborah says, me three, tiny houses are cool. I'd like a place to have as a base that doesn't require too much work to keep it up. Yeah, that would be nice.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yep. So true. Johnny says, she's built over 16 habitat homes. They are twice as big as a tiny home. That's cool. Okay.
Oh, Louise, she isn't at the LTVA anymore. She's got an
No.
actual RV park,
Yeah.
home base.
Yeah. LTVA is fine for 6 months if you have, but it's not year round. So what I mean by home base is a place you can go anytime. If you're on the road and you can't travel, you have to have a place to go. So when I can't drive, I have to have a stable place to go home. And that's what this RV park is for me here in Quartzsite. I have a place to park my rig anytime. I pay by the year here. But most places, any RV park could be a home base because you can pay by the month or whatever. So, or a piece of land that you have where you can
Yeah.
park. Um, So a home base is just a place that you can return to if you need to anytime. That's all. And your family couldn't be your home base. A close friend that you know for a long time, and they have land or a home, you can travel to them if you set it up that way. As long as you have a place to go. Let's see. Um, Lorraine from Traveling with Special Abilities is here. Hello, Lorraine. And Jay Sunday Drives is here.
That's a good question, LG. Derek writes some blogs on our website, and that's a good idea for one. We do not have that exact question on our website yet, but because he does go out as in a wheelchair, and he's one of the very few people in a wheelchair friendly rig out there. So that would be a good topic to write down for him to write a blog about. So thank you for that. But I don't know about too many resources.
How far am I back?
You're way far back. I'm way far. I'm at.
Okay, let me go forward.
Yeah, you're way far back.
All right. I didn't think I was that far back. Oh, let's see. Linda. Okay. I think we already covered that one.
Let's see.
There's so many stuff in here. Okay, let's say. Oh, yeah,
we do have a nonprofit to help some people to help right now. We're giving out our first grant this fall, like in October. But so for the spring, if people need help with, accessibility for physical limitations to their rigs, then hit us up.
Right. Man, I hear a mosquito. You can hear what a mosquito is. Mark Wolf is here. Hello, Mark. Let's see. A Q, is it ever okay. Oh, here we go. Here's one. Is it ever stressful for you when you have to make repairs or pay medical bills? Do you keep an emergency fund? First of all, I recommend anybody that travels to have an emergency fund. When I started traveling, I had no emergency fund, had nothing to fall back on. I took every dime I made and paid off my bills, and it took a long time. And I would live on like $200 a month for everything else. And but I finally did that. Since then, I've tried to save a little bit every month. You see me slapping, I'm trying to catch a mosquito. Don't have
mosquitoes flying you.
Yeah, one is buzzing around my ears. So you need an emergency fund. If you don't have one, start saving $50 a month or $25 a month or $100 a month. Put aside money no matter what. Do without. Don't go out to eat twice a week, for a while.
Eat oatmeal. It's cheap.
Exactly. Or sit in one spot longer than you normally would. You can stay up to 2 weeks in any BLM or off-grid camping. Stay long enough so where you're not spending all your money on gasoline. There it is again. Darn it, I'm not going to get that stupid mosquito. So yes, always make sure you try to have an emergency fund. If you don't have an emergency fund, have somebody you can call and show up there for a short time till you can, take care of whatever your needs are. As far as medical and bills, I have medical insurance, but no, I could never cover an emergency thing. So thank God I do have Medicare and state Medicaid to go with my Medicare.
Louise is asking about, besides the park rent, your truck is paid for, so you do pay a space rent.
Yes.
And
I own it. I own outright. Everything I have is paid. I paid cash for everything I own. My truck, my car, my e-bike is paid for. Everything I have, I paid for cash. But it was not easy. I had to save up money, and I'm still saving up money trying. So,
But you pay a space rent for $200 a month, correct?
right, my space rent of $200, actually a little less than $200 a month, includes my water, my trash, my the use
Showers.
of the showers and the laundry facility here, and they have a clubhouse here. So I paid electric separately on that. So everything is really
But
good.
still, that's super cheap.
Yeah. And I have a really nice patio area, and they include a small, very small, like 4x6 storage shed. um, so I couldn't put a 40-foot rig in here, but I could put a 30-foot. Let's see.
Cat says, hope to be down your way in early October to do, maybe you guys could do lunch. That'd be great.
Oh yeah, all you have to do is email me and let me know where you are. We'll get together. I can drive in the car to meet you. 7 days drive from a channel that you. Oh, this is their answer from Victoria why she got lost her channel. She said 7 or 8 strikes from a channel. They gave me permission to use their timers a year ago and never asked me to stop or take them down. Timers. I'm not sure what.
It must be music or something.
Oh, okay, that could be. Yeah.
Strikes. It's
Okay.
probably.
Yeah. Well, if they claimed a strike on you, that's a problem. You could have taken those videos down and not lose your channel, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of stupid rules with YouTube anyhow. That's the way it is. How many watts does your concentrator use?
O2
Oh,
concentrate.
that's Johnny's asking, Chelsea.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's okay.
Yeah, Bob Wells has a home base now too with his land. He's got a sea train on it for storage, and his land.
Yeah. But he bought that land quite a few years ago, and you can't buy that land for that price anymore.
Yeah.
Everything
But still,
is
it's a
gone
home
up.
base.
Yeah. He's
Definitely
got
a home
several
base.
home bases. He has a place in Pahrump, he has a place in Oregon, and he has places in Arizona, I'm sure.
Yep.
Let's see. I'm behind on the timeline, but it's extremely encourages to hear other people talk about their health problems. I always hate to talk about my health, but I know it is helpful to people. So sometimes I'll go out on a limb and really talk in detail. And
That's my
Tanya,
issue. I have a hard time talking about myself at all, period. I hate it.
I'm glad you're here, Tracy. That's fine. I understand. And look, we've been
Oh, the
on how long?
notifications have been horrible, period. They've been bad.
Nobody's getting notifications. I never get notifications anymore. I have to go through my channel list of the people I'm subscribed to and see how much I miss. I can't catch up. No way. So I'm just trying to catch as many as I can. And plus, it's getting harder and harder for me to watch everybody's videos and be on their live streams. So
yes, Chelsea, you can rent long term. Yeah.
So Robin Jan Canban says they boondock some nights, moochdock some nights, and our home is with us all the time. Yeah, exactly. See, and that's how far I'm behind Tanya. I
Huh?
can't believe everybody's still here. Let's
Well,
see.
Dee comes to my house. She can come whenever she wants over here.
Oh, yeah. That's what, about 300, 250 miles or something like
Yeah,
that? I guess. Yeah.
it's a little
So
long,
that,
but
yeah. I can't really go there in the summer. It's pretty hot there
it's
right
just
now.
as
Same
hot.
as here.
It's almost just as hot as there. It's Central California is
Yeah.
very hot right now.
Unless I
Daryl wants
run
to
an
know.
extension cord at 200 feet.
You know what? We've talked about this. Daryl wants to know if it's a good idea to buy some land. What's your opinion? Yeah, if you can afford it, it's awesome to have land.
Absolutely. Just make sure if you're going to buy land, you have to make sure you know what the codes, what the rules are. In Arizona, most places in Arizona, if you buy land, you can only stay there like camping. Otherwise, you have to have a septic tank to put any kind of a building on there. So, not all the rules, not everywhere is the same, but yeah. So, just make sure you know what all the rules are for that area. Um, can you rent space long term at RV parks? I do rent my space for a year at a time and I get a good discount. It's normally $200 a month. I pay $1,500 a year here. That's cheaper than anywhere I've ever heard of. But they never have spaces available here because they're always full. That's because they keep the rents low.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's really nice. There's nice people. They're very helpful. Those people in the office there at the park.
Thank you, Bill. Let's see. Yeah, they are. Um, Bob Wells recommended it. That's what you just answered. Okay. I wouldn't.
Mary Jones says start from the bottom, move down.
I know.
Way
Okay, let me go back. Let me go all the way to the end. I'll move back if I don't see anything else. Let's see.
You're worse than Nate now, Dee.
Well, I never am. I never have been able to follow the chat because I've always had so many people in my chat. I. It's not like 20 people. People. A lot of live streams have 20, 40 people in their chat. When you get 100 people, there's no way you can keep up
Yeah.
with all the comments. No, not in not unless you're on live stream for 5 hours. Some people I know who was Kevin. What the hell? I've been so long. I thought can't remember it. Anyhow, he was on live streams for 4 and 5 hours straight, just going through the chat, responded to every comment. I can't sit there for 5 hours.
I know.
Just can't do it. Let's see. I'm almost. I think I got to the end, so I'm not
Oh,
that far back.
I see it. Look at traveling. I love that you're going to buy a handicap bus. That's our next.
Oh yeah.
If we ever go bigger than our van, if we ever do, we will get a handicap bus and
Yep.
build it out because
Wow.
that's awesome. It already has a lift. The lift's super expensive. Get a used one. They already have lifts. You don't have to put that in. So that's a great idea.
Yep. Some older people are finding roommates on apps. I don't know. I don't trust apps. I never did I never liked the dating sites and all that. I had a friend I worked with years ago. She met a man online. I'm sorry, but this is kind of a scary story. She met a man online. She basically dated him online for 5 years straight. Finally, she got to go and meet him. She had 2 daughters. They eventually got married. Later, he molested both of her daughters. So I don't trust this online stuff. If you don't know somebody in person, I just don't trust that stuff. Like, even here, I have to be careful. If somebody wants to meet me, I need to make sure I'm around. If I haven't met them before, I haven't really got to know them online really well, I'll make sure somebody's around when I do meet them, or at least somebody knows where I'm at, and that's kind. You need to use caution. That's all I'm saying. So, what says Deborah says I'm East Coast. We don't have open space. That's true. Arizona is really a great place to find off-grid land and BLM land to camp. A lot of states don't have a whole lot of that. My understanding is that Florida doesn't have a lot of that kind of stuff. So, and then you would have to stay in campgrounds, which can be very expensive. People think $30 or $40 is a good price for camping. I'm sorry, I can't afford it. Couldn't on a regular basis. I couldn't afford $10 or $15 a day. So, I mean, once in a while, yeah, but not very often. Let's see. So I think I actually caught up with the most of the chat. It cost a fortune.
Here's a question.
Okay. Do you know of a good place?
No, we don't.
No. Kathleen Klein says state and municipal parks are a good option to boondocking. State parks, yes. I don't know about municipal parks. Most of them don't have a lot of camping. Some do, but the fees are usually very reasonable. I don't know where that is, Kathleen. If you know some of that around here, let me know. Yes, Pamela says it costs a fortune to put a well on the land. And not only the cost of putting the well, it's a lot of places, like a lot of areas in California, they won't even allow you to get a permit to do it. I was in Visalia, outside of Visalia, and they wouldn't even allow you to put a well on the land, period. So, depends on where you're at. Very expensive. Please add what?
They want to know, put my link in the description so that they can come by and find
Please.
me.
Yeah. Let's
Van Life Voyages. Easy.
Yeah, let's see. Is a sea train a container?
Thank you, though.
Do you know what a sea train is?
Yeah, it's that what goes on to railroad cars. They're the metal boxes that you can store things in.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. My friend Deborah up in the Grand Canyon has several of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Bubba says, don't buy land without water like Camper Van Kevin did. That's right. If you can, but I do know this. I have another friend that lives in the Mojave Desert in Arizona, and she has a piece of property, and she buys those big 280-gallon water tanks, and she could go to town with that on a trailer and fill it up for like, I don't know, 8 cents a gallon, or even less, probably more like 3 cents a gallon. You can get those filled up, and then you can order a big tank, like a 500 or 1,000 gallon tank, and fill them from that.
I know, like in Arizona and California, there's trucks to fill up the pools and stuff. They come and fill up those tanks that are just above ground on your property.
Yeah. It's okay, Mary. I understand. If you need to go rest, go ahead. I totally understand. Your health is not good either. So let's see. I'm pretty
Gracie, when you give all these ideas, that's how I feel. I'm like the parking lot princess on my travels.
Exactly.
I call myself a parking lot princess.
When I travel, I always stay at truck stops. And the reason is usually there's a lot of space. And
snacks, coffee in the morning, snacks, lots of space.
And they usually don't give you a hard time unless you park right with the trucks. You don't want to do that.
Stay on the side and you're good.
Yeah.
I love it too. I was there all night last night. I stayed at extra long too at the truck stop. I was like, I'm just going to live here for a while.
I haven't never stayed at Cracker Barrel. I heard they're really good places to stay. And also you have wineries, like
Oh yeah,
places
I
where
stay.
you can go to I think that's what Harvest House is, isn't
Yeah.
it, Tanya?
Yeah,
So
I
you
have
can
Harvest
do it.
House and I love it. But I
And
love wine, okay? I love
yeah, and all
wine,
you
so I
really
go to
have to do
taste.
is just buy something, and that's the way
Yeah,
you
you
can
can buy a
support them.
jam in there, buy a tasting, buy some food, buy a honey, if you know, whatever. Buy something
Right,
from them just to give them a little business, and they love having you. I
right.
have I just have Derek prefers breweries, I prefer wineries. There's both on Harvest Host, so we have a great time.
Yeah. Any tips on personal safety? Well, always one thing is always let somebody know where you're at, for one thing. In case something does happen. I can't suggest weapons to people because I don't really like to have a bunch of weapons. I can't say I haven't had them, but I will say I carry things like pepper spray. I used to carry a wasp spray because it shoots 30 or 40 feet. I keep a good knife, a
I have a
crowbar.
hatchet next to my
Yeah.
bed. I have a hatchet. Like it will go right between your eyes if you break in. I'm not kidding.
I have a zapper, so those are some things that you can use for safety. Also,
I
never
have a stun
travel.
gun.
Yeah, that's what mine is, a zapper. So you can always also try to caravan with somebody. Try to have somebody traveling with you. If
Like
you're
on
gonna
if
pull,
you I
go
was going to
ahead.
say, if you look on Google Maps, you can share your location with anybody. And I share my location along every time I move, I share my location with my daughter and my husband. So even when we're not together, they know at night where I'm at via that pin.
I didn't say goodbye to individually, but the people that say they're leaving, I totally understand. Go get some rest. Thank you for coming. I
Oh,
appreciate you
restrooms.
coming
Yeah.
here. So let's see what else. I will also say
Restrooms.
restrooms. What about them?
I guess probably finding restrooms or how you go to the bathroom.
Oh, well, usually you carry your own bathroom with you. If you're off grid, you can always find a tree to get them. When we were kids, we were growing up, we pulled off the side of the road. Us kids, we were 7 people in the car. We had 5 kids, okay? So mom and dad pulled over on the side of the road. They opened the door of the car and angled the car so you can hide behind the door and squat.
Exactly.
So as far as other jobs, nasty jobs like the number 2 stuff, you need to carry a Folgers can or a bucket or a trash bag that can squat into whatever. Then you can wrap it up and throw it away. If you can't find a bathroom on the road, there's rest areas you can stop. Any fast food place has bathrooms. Um, Grocery stores usually have
Oh,
bathrooms. Any
and the
gas
truck stops
station?
have showers too.
Yes,
That's
yes,
another one. They have restrooms and showers at the truck stops too.
yes, yes.
You can pay like $8 or $10 for a shower at a truck stop.
Yep. That's a lot of money, but it's worth it. Like when you're traveling at least once a week or something. I do bucket baths in my truck. I
Me
do
too.
wipes every day, and once a week I do a good bucket bath. In the RV park here, we have showers, but I've been known to pay for showers. Um, in the summer here in Quartzsite, they have a laundromat with the showers right there and a little restaurant. Get it all done at once.
I
Uh,
showered there at that place when I was there.
yes, yep. Walmart's they're cutting a lot back on people staying in their parking lots incidentally because people have trashed them too much. They leave
Yeah, like
their
California, a lot of the California Walmarts are like out. We're not accepting
yeah,
people anymore because there was
yeah,
homeless everywhere.
yep. Okay, let's see. And so, as far as personal safety, I would say if you pull into a place, always set yourself in a way that you have a quick escape if you need to. Never go into an area that you're uncomfortable with. Always, if you feel funny about something, don't park there. Don't stop. Go somewhere else. Let's see. Are we still? Let's see.
I
A
think we're
taser.
caught up.
Tracy has a taser. I
Oh, the
haven't
kitty
had.
litter. Yeah, kitty litter. Kitty litter is a lifesaver.
Yeah. Well, I use coconut core. It comes in little square blocks. You put it in water. It'll hydrate, expand about 5 times its size when it starts out.
Oh,
Maybe more like 10 times. But once it dries out, it's perfect. Never have odors with that ever. Yes, Parker has a Walmart, and they up at least until recently they
thank you,
allowed
Johnny.
people to park there, but I don't know if they still do.
Oh,
They
that's
also have a casino about a half a mile from the Walmart, and you can go inside and register as an RV, and they will let you stay for up to 10 days there. But they have no dump station, nothing, no, nothing. And you are not allowed to drain your gray water on the ground or anything like that. So, let's see. I have a membership to anytime. Yes, that's another way to get showers. To a fitness, anytime fitness, any kind of health club or something like that. Um, how to wash my hair? I wash my hair with a cup, with a bucket or a sink full, a dishpan full of water. Get it all. Of course, I have short hair, but I get it all wet. Put some shampoo in there and rinse it the same way with fresh water. Hello, Cammy, Debbie. Wow. Let's see. Yes, always park in lighted areas. That's a good idea. Very good idea. Um, we're looking forward to seeing you too again, Mark. Definitely. He's such a sweetheart.
very sorry.
Scrubs.
Oh yeah, dance. Yeah, we need to dance, Mark.
Scrubs, which are low water bath sponges used in hospitals and nursing homes, are a fabulous way to keep clean on the road. Yes, and I buy a ton of wipes, baby wipes. I use Huggies. They're very thick and they don't tear apart, and you don't feel like when you're cleaning the uglies, don't feel like your hands are in it. So I love them because they're thick like a rag. Um, let's see what else. Burning up the roses here. Hello, Lucretia. One of our beach towns here in Oregon now has beach wheelchairs available. No money. Wow, that's cool. Excuse me. I'll be right back. Hang on. Let's see.
I'm trying to miss. I think I'm missing something. Let's see. Yeah, if you don't like your first location, move on, Gracie.
Poor Max, he gets so ignored when I do the live streams. uh, You want to come here and say hello? Come here. He said no. He doesn't like to be on the live streams.
Yeah, I'm sad I won't be able to be at the Johnny's meetup or M22 this year.
Here's another question. Yes, local grocery stores are double what they are in, say, Walmart or a larger grocery store. And even those stores are at least double what they used to be. You can barely buy a package of hot dogs for $6 or $7. So casinos are a good place to park.
Yeah, casinos are great.
Security. They have security all around, so they're very safe to park.
And they like you there because they feel like you're going to spend money.
And which you usually do.
Yeah.
At least for even if
they
you
always
don't
have
gamble.
a restaurant. They always have restaurants inside too.
Yeah, even if you don't gamble, they make some money there. Let's see. Grace says she didn't like her first location. She stopped at this afternoon, so she moved. That's a good idea. Good girl. Smart girl. Let's see. Do you have water hookup? Yes, I do have a water hookup and trash and sewer. I have, if I want to, if I had I don't have a black tank, but if I had one, I could hook up to I have 2 openings to do that one. If I want to keep it separate from the gray water hose or whatever. But I just dump my gray water down the hole and I dump my urine out of my cassette toilet and I use the other bathroom over there to do anything else. Unless I have
Debbie, I agree. I like the cucumber scented ones too. The Walmart cucumber scented ones. It's funny. Everybody has their preference. Between baby wipes and bucket baths, that's how I get by.
Yep.
I don't have a shower. I have a portable shower in my van, but it's not a built-in shower. Never needed it. I do have it.
You know, everybody always asks how I take showers. I never have missed having a shower in this truck ever.
Me either.
Not even when I was maybe in the car, because the car was more complicated, but in the cargo trailer and the truck, I've never missed having a shower. I still keep clean. I use wipes every day, and then I do my bucket baths whenever I feel I need it. I can get cleaner with a bucket bath than I can with a shower.
I think because I was raised the same way, like we didn't have a shower at my house. We did have a bathtub, but you literally only had baths, and so I've never I never grew up where you had a shower every day. It just wasn't a thing at my house.
Well, we grew up 7 people, okay? So we got a shower if we were lucky once a week or bath. And if we had a bathtub, we used to have to share with our sister. Yeah.
Me too. We had to share. All the kids got in the bath at the same time.
Yep. Yeah. Or if you had only a bucket, sometimes we would live like I do. Okay. And we'd have a big bucket, metal bucket. And we were still pretty young, but we get in there. The first one gets in there, gets a clean water. The last one gets the dirtiest water. So you didn't want to mess around. You want to make sure you get in there as quickly as you can. Plus, the water's still hot.
That's exactly right. But it's funny how people assume you can't get clean unless you have a shower. It's so bizarre to me that you get a washcloth, get soap, get a bucket, get water, wash your hair in the sink, I don't understand.
Do people ever walk by your van during a live stream thinking, who the heck is she talking to? At first, I'm sure they wondered, but everybody here knows that I do live streams, that I'm on YouTube a lot. So I have a little, I just recently made a little door sign. On one side it says welcome. Other side it says come back later please. So that's what I put on my doorknob so that people will know. One of my neighbors that came over one day
Good night.
recently, and she said, I'm sorry, didn't realize you were doing a live stream. I didn't realize when I came by and blah, blah, blah. I said, it's not a problem. I've had interruptions during my live streams when I'm having people knocking on the door. I just answer it and say, I'm busy doing a live stream right now. Please come back later. That's all you can do.
When I was in Monterey at a campground, I was doing a live stream outside, and some guy came up and started talking to me about my van, like right in the middle of the live stream. He didn't know I was live. And so we're talking about my van and everything. And then I'm live and talking to the guy. It was so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, June. You can make a portable shower like with a sprayer bottle.
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
Yeah. I use our portable shower more for, I'm like, we use it for Derek. We use it for Gunner, our big German Shepherd. We use it for our feet when they get all dirty. I mean, the portable shower is awesome. Yeah. It's you can take
Johnny,
it outside, you can spray whatever down.
If Johnny's still here, please post the information for your meetup in the chat.
Yes.
Because I don't know all the details. So let's see.
Oh, there it is right here. So
it's in there?
Go to the Facebook events group.
That mosquito's still flying around here. I'm still seeing him.
I wish I could go to that meetup, but I'm to next month. Believe it or not, I'm in Colorado.
So been out. So Kay Garding says, been watching the Freedom Convoys and DC, so been out of the loop. Any new meetups I should know about? Well, I really don't know. Somebody has a list. I think if you go to check out probably Going Green Mom knows where the meetups are.
I know
Kenny
Mellow Nomadic has a whole website dedicated to it.
It's Mellow Nomadic Adventures.
Yeah.
And you can check it. And if you're not sure, go into one of his videos and ask him where is the link to find out where the meetups are. So I do know he does know that.
Yeah, his website has a page dedicated to all of the meetups this next year.
That's true, Pamela.
That's true.
You do not need a shower every day.
No, because then you got to lather on lotion, and then all the desert sand and everything sticks to you. It's like a no-go.
Even in a big RV, water is still a commodity. It's very, you have to go and fill up your water tanks and dump your gray water tanks and black tanks. So it's a hassle. So you still have to be conservative on water.
Yeah.
So showering every day it's hard. I know Yanai showers from Dreams on Wheels with a Z. And she showers every day, but I'm sure she, even in that, is conservative on the water. So
I only have a 20-gallon freshwater tank and a 12-gallon gray tank, so it's no go for showers every day in the van.
Yeah.
But I can shower now with like a regular 16-ounce bottle of water. I can take a shower with. You poke holes in the lid and you squirt it all over, your hair, shampoo, squirt it. 16 ounces of water, I can take a shower now. I've learned the ropes.
Okay, let's see.
Oh my God.
I need a sign that says I'm on the air. I don't think people would even know what that meant.
Yeah, they do.
Let's see. So Johnny, okay, Johnny answered the cake garden. Let's see.
Yeah, see, look. We have to haul water to our house, so 5 minutes once a week for a shower. Wipes and sponge baths are the rule. No shower in the van. Yeah.
Yep.
It's funny what you can get. Like I don't know I've never ever missed it. I mean,
No.
yeah, you get all what it is I was raised in a community with a lake and a river. So what do you do when you need to take a shower or bath? You jump in the lake or the river. That's what you do.
It's cold for a second, but after that, you're fine.
Exactly.
Hello,
So
Mr. Moulton. Hello, Mr. Fulton Mraz. Happy birthday, late.
Nice.
Dry skin.
Gracie, it's called coffee. It's called coffee to make you feel awake. Coffee.
Yeah.
Then take a cold shower, Gracie. Or jump in the lake if you're by a lake. That'll wake you up. Jump in the lake in the morning. When you get here to Lake Isabella, I'll make you jump in the lake first thing in the morning. Yeah, you poke holes in the cap and you squeeze it and you just take a shower like that.
It works.
It works very well.
Yep. All right, I'm all caught up in chat. So I will say Tanya and I did a collaboration video. Yeah. So guys, be watching for it. It's going to take me a week or two to get it edited. So before I can do that. So it's going to be a little while.
We're going to have different takes on the same type of topics. We have some topics we're talking about, and then we're going to make videos each individually on different takes on the subjects. So it should be very interesting together.
Right. And people, I'm going to have a 25,000 subscriber live stream on September 4th. It will be scheduled ahead of time. So be watching for it. If you don't have although you may not get notifications, but it'll come up in your feed, I guess. It'll be September 24th. September 4th. I can't remember what time I said. I believe I set it up for 4 o'clock. For a 25,000 subscriber only live stream. So anybody can come, but they cannot comment in the chat unless they're subscribed. Because I want people to be able, because I'm giving away prize to the people that help me get where I am. It's not for just somebody brand new. People that got me where I am is who I want to make sure they are eligible for prizes. So if you subscribe an hour before, then you can be in there in the live chat. So anybody that's in the live chat will be eligible for prizes. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do that and hit the notifications bell so that you'll be sure you'll be notified, hopefully.
Thank you, Terry, for subscribing.
So I do appreciate everybody that comes and supports my channel. And I appreciate all the people that work hard for me on my channel, my moderators. I want to play a couple little thank yous. So hey, hold on for a minute. Let's see if I can find it.
Hey, Gina. Welcome in.
Let's see. First of all, these are the memberships. You can join my channel as a member for as low as $1.99. So on a monthly basis. So these are my members. I'll play this. So there's the people that have joined my channel that has supported me on a regular basis. I also want to send a thank you to people that send me super chats and anything they support me with. This is for everybody tonight. So let me place this one. And also, a lot of people send me, I shouldn't say a lot, but some people send me PayPal gifts so that it would get 100% of what they send me. So this is for the people who have sent me PayPal gifts. A special recognition for those who send me PayPal gifts instead of super chats. You don't get shout outs on my channel very often. I want to thank you especially for your love. Thank you so much. So I want to thank everybody for coming. We've been on here for quite a while. I don't even know how long.
An hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, we still have 79 people in the chat.
I know.
But unless people have more questions, I will certainly answer any questions that come up before I shut it down. But otherwise, I think we're going to call it a night. I will play my most recent little short video. I don't do shorts very often, but I just put up like 3 shorts in 2 days. So I'm going to play this one. And just, you already heard this song, but I can play the short of it. So let's play it. I think I can. There it goes. It's not the full song. It's just a short clip of the song. Up in the mountains where the air is fine, there's a little old lady way past her prime, and she starts dancing every night when the sun goes down. The coyotes sing and the moon is high. That's when the forest starts to come alive. Then she starts dancing to the box, then boogie. It's getting late, the boxman waits as she bows her head to pray, thanking God for another blessed day. Hey, hip hooray, watch her sway, it's her way, she's grooving. Oh, getting down, touch the ground, don't fall down, box and boogie. Yeah, flying high, touch the sky, that is why the box can boogie. Yeah, flying high, touch the sky, that is why the box can boogie.
I love Boxman Boogie. Oh my God, that one always makes me get going.
Well, that song was a lot of fun. So thank you all. And we will close with this out with, I don't see any more questions. Do you see anything?
No.
I don't see any more. So I'm going to close it out with one last song, people, and I will say good night to you afterwards. So here we go. Last song. Let's see, where is it? Have to find it. You've all heard this song anyhow, but I'm going to play it anyhow. Here we go. I hope you'll like this song. If you do, please share it on your social media. It's called Thank You, God. Thank you, God, for showing me how you intended for my life to be. Thank you, God, for guiding me into a world where I can be just me. I love the mountains, the trees, and the streams. I love the desert and wildlife it brings. The freedom of my life allows me to roam. Wherever I go, it becomes my new home. I don't have much, but it is enough. My Happiness doesn't depend on my stuff. The friends I have made are a treasure to me. These are the things that matter to me. Thank you, God, for showing me how you intended for my life to be. Thank you, God, for guiding me into a world where I can be just me. Life is exciting, not easy for sure. Fresh air and sunshine for my health is the cure. Out in God's nature where there is less strife, I am content to live a carefree life, learning to thrive with a whole lot less. My life is full and free of stress. I love my God who has given to me beauty and wonders so amazing to see. He is my guide to where I should be. Just look around you and get out to see. God is my strength, inspiring to me. I have become who He led me to be. Okay, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you all coming. It has been a great night. I wasn't sure when I could do another live stream yet, but I thought it was a good idea.
We love you too, Elaine.
Yes. Okay, thank you all, and good night. I know Tanya's tired. She drove all day. So talk to you later. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.